Happy Monday, everybody, and welcome back to the reality that follows Thanksgiving. And I'm sure this was a little bit different for a lot of people than prior Thanksgivings. For me, it was just my wife and my daughter and son-in-law, and it was a relief to not deal with 20 people. But anyway, welcome back, and we're going to focus today on how marketing splash dollars from Corcoran are being spent and how we're using them to capitalize on our image in the community. And we have Melody Foster and Tyler O'Neill with us today to talk about that. So Mel, why don't you kick us off?
Awesome. Thanks, Randall. I am going to throw out one quickie little marketing related side note before we jump into things, which is to just say we have all of your various local marketing people and or office admins have sent out an email to you asking for your home address and clothing size because we want to send holiday gifts and we need that by this Wednesday, the 2nd. So if you haven't filled it out yet, please fill it out. If you have no idea what I'm talking about right now, please email your office manager or your local marketing person, or if all else fails, me, and I'll make sure that the link gets to you. But we don't want to miss you. We want to send you something snuggly as a happy holiday to everybody. So keep an eye out for that one if you dig around for it. Without further ado, on that note, we're going to jump in. I'm going to do some screen sharing here. To talk about some of our ad spend that we have done. So as part of our launch this year with all of our different offices in our different regions, we were the first ever Corcoran franchise in the entire world out here with Corcoran Global Living, back when we launched in February. As part of that, they really wanted to make sure we had greater visibility. Corcoran is very known within the real estate community itself. It's especially known on the East Coast, but we wanted to make sure there was plenty of visibility on the West Coast and in all of our markets as well. To the tune of around $1 million was allocated to us and broken down in the following ways. Digital, so that includes ads like retargeting ads that appear on big news websites, programmatic ones, video ads, all kinds of things that fall into that category. Print and outdoor, which may include either newspapers or billboards, magazines, etc. Event, you see, is a very small amount there with 2% because as everybody knows, there was a bit of a wrench thrown into the monkey works this year with some changes with being able to have live events. So that was a very small portion of it. And then of course, social media reach. Now we did go more heavily on both digital and paid social. And as you might imagine, that had largely to do with people being home so much this year. The shelter orders and such that were in place really made that the smartest allocation of our marketing dollars. Just some nuts and bolts on what we're trying to do. Obviously, the first and foremost is drive awareness of the brand. We want to make sure that it's recognizable both to realtors in our community as well as to our clients, targeting people who are high net worth, ideally, and appreciating the more high-end and luxury type experience that is commensurate with the brand itself. We're of course targeting our primary markets, so that now includes all across the state. When we initially started this, it was really the SF Bay Area and Reno, Tahoe. As we've added additional markets and had our further launches, that has grown to cover all of these areas: San Diego and Riverside, Napa, Sonoma in the North Bay, East Bay, Contra Costa, and of course, Los Angeles, our newest launch. And then some additional feeder markets, so some kind of ancillary counties around those areas that tend to feed into our main markets. But the big bonus of all of this that I've seen, we've even seen this internally with the referrals we've been generating, is we are our own feeder markets. The SF market feeds to South Lake Tahoe, can feed to Napa, Sonoma, San Diego can feed to LA and vice versa. So we cover a lot of our own feeder markets for the areas that we primarily serve. Between all of the stuff that we've done, the estimated reach is between 37 and 40 million people and eyes that have gotten onto the ads and the brand and seen us out there. A little bit about what we're doing. So connected TV is really something that we've all experienced. Maybe we don't call it that. We call it things like Hulu or Netflix or other things like that, where we're streaming some type of digital content on our phones, on our televisions, on our laptops, wherever it may be. But what we found is that there are so many devices that are out there that between all of them combined, if you have the right distribution channel, you're reaching 74% of the population. People are streaming. I know that's not news to anyone on here, but that number in particular was striking, as we've seen it trending far and away above cable in recent years. Some of the targeting that we've done was across Hulu. One of the key things about Hulu, and maybe to your chagrin if you're currently watching it, is that the ads are non-skippable. So we do have a captive audience with that. And there are highly viewed programs across the Hulu channel. So you're seeing a lot of #1 most watched, must-see TV type shows on there and really getting in front of that audience. In addition, there's another platform, Tremor Video, which is really an ad distribution network. So it reaches across things like Food Network, Travel Channel, HGTV. So we're really able to reach people who are in the market for real estate, high net worth individuals, high household incomes, and really hyper target to that across all of those different channels. Samba TV is another one that distributes across the different devices. So Android TV, Samsung, Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, and further able to target to areas that have either real estate related, design related, or some ancillary things that have good crossover with real estate, so that you're really connecting with people who are very much in the market for what we're doing. And again, non-skippable ads, so you're getting ensured that people are watching it from start to finish, or potentially seeing it from start to finish. And then Vivo, which is a music distribution platform. So that reaches across YouTube, Amazon, Pluto TV, Roku, Samsung TV, and more as the biggest music distributor across those channels. So we additionally have ad placement there too. Just a sampling of some of the sites where these appeared. So we had ads appearing on more localized things as we talk about that reach that we want to hit in our local market. So things like the Napa Valley Register, very hyper local for just the Napa region. LA Times, which of course is a big site, but it is really targeted for Los Angeles, San Diego Tribune, SF Gate, Marin Mag, etc. There's a whole host more, but this is just a good sampling. And then some broader reaching sites that not only cross our market areas, but even go beyond that as well. So things like Vanity Fair, Vogue, Wall Street Journal, Architectural Digest, Travel and Leisure, etc. Beyond digital, we did some print placement in select markets where it seemed like it was most relevant. And for clarity, all of these selections and choices were made in conjunction with local leadership and the local marketing team. So this was not just shot in the dark. It was a big collaborative effort to make the best choices possible that were relevant for the particular marketplace. So in San Diego, we were in the San Diego Tribune, Union Tribune, Dream Homes Magazine, San Diego Premier Magazine, some local smaller publications, some of the beachy pubs, Del Mar Times, Carmel Valley News, and Solana Beach Sun, the Rancho Bernardo News, and Journal, or in Poway, hopefully I'm saying that right, Chieftain. And then in some business publications like San Diego Business Journal and San Diego Magazine, as well as Modern Luxury San Diego, which is a luxury real estate lifestyle magazine. In Los Angeles, we hit some of the big hitters there, the LA Times, both Saturday and Sunday editions, the LA Business Journal, Angelino Magazine, LA Magazine, and the Hollywood Reporter. Up in the wine country in Northern California, we hit the Press Democrat, huge publication up there, Sonoma Index Tribune, Napa Valley Life Magazine, the North Bay Business Journal, North Bay Business Magazine, making sure we hit that business set, and Sonoma Magazine. A lot of these are very popular among the tourist industry, so you'll find them at wineries, hotels, resorts, and things like that, and they tend to have a longer shelf life, so they're great visibility for us there. And out in Contra Costa East Bay, we're in the Delta Sun Times, 110 Magazine, the Antioch, Brentwood, Oakley, and Pittsburgh News, as well as the localized edition of Architectural Digest out there. In addition to that, we had a few billboard placements, and it's kind of one of my favorite things. We are like the Highway 101 company when it comes to California, because in San Diego, we were on Highway 101 with a billboard there, but we also were up in Napa Valley too. So we're hitting both ends of that for sure. So some visibility there, which I believe was around Solana Beach. We're doing buses across Los Angeles and our key zip code areas and market areas there. We actually wound up doing bus kings, which are the sides rather than the backs, across 100 buses that you'll see driving all about town with our ads on them. Up in the wine country, again on 101, I believe this one's between, I think it's the south side of Santa Rosa that you'll spot this one. And then out in Discovery Bay and Brentwood on Highway 4, you'll spot some billboard out there too. Additionally, of course, we did paid social. Everyone's spending an extraordinary amount of time on social media this year, between being stuck at home as well as all the news cycle stuff we've had going on, lots of time on social. We did target to make sure that the ads that were appearing in social were the ones that were the best fit for a particular market area. So this is just a sampling of what the different placements look like, but we'll take a refresher on those Be Home ads in just a moment to give you a feel of having some of the still ads that we had that appeared. Some utilizing those Missoni illustrations that you guys hopefully use and remember. We have those for each of our different market areas. So the ones that were specific to the market are the ones that were used for that particular geo-targeting. And of course, the video ads, which are available in 6-second, 15-second, and 30-second lengths. So a variety of those appeared as well that were appropriate to the particular media. And what was the creative content? That's the important part. What is it we were putting out there? Well, in addition to putting out some launch ads, similar to the ones that we have actually in Bamboo each time we have a launch. So hearing it through the grapevine like we did in Wine Country and Temecula and Raising a Glass, all of those different ones. Delta Lifestyle that we did out in Contra Costa. Surf and Turf like we did down in San Diego. So some to announce our initial launch into the market, as well as those Be Home ads. And again, like I mentioned, we targeted them, which ads seem to fit best for each market. So we'll take a look at those as a little refresher. Instadog, you may remember, which was always one of my favorite ones. Let's see if I can successfully switch over and actually play this for you guys.
Sorgenfrei. Ist doch alles einwandfrei.
Oh my gosh, I managed to do it. It's amazing. All right. Normally I have Hud Bixler driving this stuff for me. So I feel good when I can make it happen.
You did fine. You did great.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Hud.
Absolutely.
So the Instadog we had running in San Francisco and Marin, Reno, Tahoe, as well as Los Angeles. And the companion pieces are some of the stills that you see here as well. So for any print pieces or some of the online spots that we had. This is what that version of them looked like. The Be Home Twinkling ad. And this one is one we're actually using quite a bit in December, because as you can tell by the stills, it works really nicely for a holiday vibe as well. It's a very sweet and charming ad. This is one that we were using in San Francisco and Marin, Reno, Tahoe, Napa, Sonoma, and Los Angeles. Definitely a popular one across many of our regions. And what some of these still ads looked like online. Our lake jump one, which is still one of the most fun ones I think that have been done. It is very specific to Reno, Tahoe, but it just really encapsulates it, and it's such a great one for sure. I gotta move tabs to get to this one.
It's a happy time for me. I've got you in my arms. All the world seems bright. Ooh, la, 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 la.
Oops. And then additional one, yoga. This one was much liked and loved when it came out. San Diego and Riverside, Napa, Sonoma, Los Angeles, and Discovery Bay, Brentwood all had this one running in their particular market areas. And here's what the stills looked like. In addition to that, and then finally, Flotango. This is one I think hear in my sleep at this point. The music is super catchy on this one, and this is one that was liked a lot down in San Diego and Riverside and Discovery Bay, Brentwood. It's a great summertime spot to be running. Some of the print ads you see on screen, and then what it looked like with the still online ads as well. Oh no, it's gonna start playing other stuff. Okay. Got it just in the nick of time. So all of these, again, you see some that are running in multiple markets, some that are targeted for ones that tend to work best. Obviously, we don't have a lot of swimming pools in San Francisco, so that one didn't feel like a great match there, but Instadog did. So we really were targeting things that fit the market, fit the people best, to show the wide range that we have and who we are, what we represent, the diversity among our clients as well as our agents, and really hitting all of those marks across our markets. Some of the sampling of the online ad placements that we have. So Architectural Digest, this has appeared for multiple markets, both online, as you can see in the banner ad, as well as in print. New York Times, and this is the case for across all of our markets and getting market reach, because this is one that's a broader reaching publication on that list. And it was a range of all of our different ads on there, of course. Wall Street Journal, same thing. Mansion Global, which is Wall Street Journal's real estate luxury site, or actually luxury real estate site, better way of putting that. Dwell, which is more localized publication, SF Gate, of course, 7 by 7. So that really brings the wrap up. This again has been going in various markets since around June of this year, and is still running even this very moment. You'll see this through the end of the year, with some of the print going into early January as well, and some of the online spend going through to that. So this is really just an investment that came through to us from Corcoran. Happiness with us, marriage of the relationship, and expanding on the brand and making sure we have that maximum visibility across our markets. But with that, we want to make sure that you're seeing this stuff out there. So whether it is a print magazine, when you flip open, you know, the Union Tribune or Napa Valley Life, or if you happen to be scrolling through Facebook and spot something, or Instagram, have some ads following you around elsewhere. So to that end, Tyler, you want to talk about our contest we have going on?
I do. So good morning, Corcoran Global Living. I hope you all had a safe and happy Thanksgiving. I did want to add a small clarifier to the Be Home Lake Jump ad. If you're curious why they are looking terrified to jump into the lake, Tahoe is notoriously cold all year long. In the summer, I can barely dip my feet in. So that's kind of what makes that ad a little bit cheeky and fun. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen real quick and put this little placement I have up here. So we've put together a challenge in an effort to really highlight our ads and marketing push. We're excited to announce that we have put together this challenge. The challenge will live for the most part on social media, but you can repost almost any ad you see. So more on what kind of ads those are here in a second. The idea is if you see an ad, whether it be a magazine ad, a streaming TV ad, a billboard ad, one of our social media ads, take a picture of it and post it on your social media account of your choice. Now, just to clarify, this should not be one of our Boost HomeSpotter property listing ads. This should not be one of our weekly videos, or possibly one of the things that your local marketing team has put together. The ads you see will mostly be the Be Home related ads, as Melody just went through, or something similar like that, where it's a Corcoran branded placement. So when posting, use the hashtag CGL Takeover so we can find your posts. By posting the ads you find, you'll be entered into a weekly random drawing where we're going to give away some fun Corcoran goodie boxes. We're going to give away one prize per week per district through the end of December. So the ad challenge starts today. Clearly, the more you post, the more chances you'll have to win a prize. But not only just a prize box, you're going to be entered into another random drawing for our grand prize giveaway. So taking from the pool of winners from the weekly challenge, where the grand prize winners will win a paid luxury profile on luxury real estate through our new partnership with Who's Who in Luxury Real Estate. So there's going to be a total of 5 grand prize winners. Again, the more ads you find and post, the more chances you're going to have to win. The grand prize winners will be announced in mid-January sometime. While it's not a requirement for anybody to participate, we highly encourage that you do. If you do, please feel free to tag our social media profiles as well during this challenge, and use any of our other hashtags that we commonly use, such as hashtag Corcoran Global Living, hashtag Live Where You Are, hashtag What Brings You Home. But most importantly, do not forget to post with the tag hashtag CGL Takeover. So I hope you all enjoy this and participate. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. This really gets a lot of eyeballs on the ads as well. So please share with us, share with your network, share with your friends. If you have any questions, you can reach out to any of your local leadership members or me, but please reach out with questions. Happy hunting.
We do have a couple of questions. The first one has to do with our CMA and whether our brand awareness is being publicized in the CMA. And I think this kind of gives us an opportunity to talk about brand awareness at launch versus property advertising and general marketing.
Sure. So there actually are pages around our brand itself within the CMA, just for clarity. And it actually talks about our brand outreach and the clever creative of the ads that we have as well. If we needed something more expanded than that, we could add some additional pages, but it really does go through the creative history, the brand outreach, the syndications that we have, our reach across social, the number of eyeballs we have across all of our social channels. So there's some good content in that power of Corcoran section that's in the presentations tool. That's really the section you want to focus on. That has all kinds of goods around this. Well encapsulated without going through 45 slides that would make your clients glaze over.
And there's another question that's a general marketing question about, there was a suggestion some time ago about creating a map of markets that we operate in for our CMA. And of course, this is, as this person identified, a moving target because we're adding people all the time.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, actually, it wasn't for the CMA. It was just for our own internal referral network that we're working to promote more and more. I've actually created the app or the map on this one, not an app. And what I'll tell you is it's so ugly. It's just the honest truth. Maps are so awful. So I'm actually working with Amber to make an acceptable version that won't make me cringe to look at it. So it's something that I feel like is on brand and looks good while also being informational. What I've created is very informational, but it is not attractive. But it does reflect what our current market reach is. What I will tell you is if you are south of Bakersfield in Silicon Valley or maybe even Monterey County and north, all the way up to probably the bottom edge of what, Mendocino, I would say. Randall, what do you think?
That sounds about
And
right.
then practically, I think we even have a couple of people who are working Sacramento. So almost from coast all the way over to Reno Lake Tahoe, all the way wrapping around the lake. So we have people everywhere. You will get a map, but I'm just saying we have some pretty incredible market coverage. When in doubt, you have two great options. This is giving me a great segue to plug right now for referrals and relocation. When in doubt, you can go into my Tribus and go to the chat channel for the referrals and pop something in there. People are actively using that chat channel and will respond to you. Or my personal favorite way of figuring out where to place your referral is Mrs. Noriko Williams, the amazing Noriko, and her cool sidekick, Jeanette. The two of them do a tremendous job of placement. And what I will tell you is they always, in order of things, will place within CGL first. That's always top priority. And they have a really good handle on what we cover, where we place, and who works different market areas. So it's CGL first, always. Corcoran Franchise Network itself comes usually after that. So that's things like Corcoran Pacific Properties in Hawaii or Corcoran Reverie in Florida, all the different Corcoran crew or Corcoran itself in New York. And then thirdly is Noriko just working her magic connection. So whether it's through our Board of Regents membership with Who's Who in Luxury Real Estate, or relationships that she's nurtured and maintained with her people from leading RE over the years, that even though we're not a member, she continues to maintain and nurture those relationships and has a lot of great contacts. She's a wealth of information and will really take the workload off so you can just cash that referral check when it comes time and get the heavy lifting done elsewhere. So just a little side note promo on that one. I love those referrals that are happening. They're so awesome. It makes me so excited when I see it.
They are awesome. We had a question from someone who has to be relatively new to the Corcoran Global Living family, asking what our for sale sign looks like. I don't know if we have a clip of it to post, but drive around, you can't miss them.
Well, and just on that note, what I will tell you is our local marketing teams everywhere have been furnished with all kinds of goods. So they have our brand style guide, they have logos, fonts, colors, all kinds of stuff. So whomever your local marketing contact is, if it's Brandon in Riverside in San Diego, Mikkel in Los Angeles, Tyler up in Reno, Tahoe, you have with Lauren as well as Betsy in Napa and Sonoma, you have myself and Amber and Phoebe in San Francisco, and Marin and Andrea out in Contra Costa. You have great people at your fingertips. Don't hesitate to reach out with questions about any of it. And I say this, and I really do mean it. Randall's going to go, oh, are you sure? But when all else fails, you can email me. I will put you in touch with the right person. Absolutely. I'm here for you guys. So if there's something that's slipping through the cracks or you can't find or don't have the answer to it, we will figure it out.
And also inevitably, a lot of those emails will end up at support@corcorangl.com, which we want you to email as well for anything. Let us know, and if you send us in a ticket, we'll definitely redirect that to the appropriate person. So even if you forget who to email and you get to support, we'll play some air traffic control and get that where it needs to go.
There's a few more general questions. One of them has to do with the stickers that we're using for TIC, specialty, pending, sold, and whether those are available. And once again, I think this goes right back to what you just talked about, which is that the marketing staff is there for you.
Marketing staff is there for you. Yeah. And those stickers were a Zephyr specific thing, just for clarity. So no, we're back to using sign writers in a more traditional format. Andrea's question about the slides. Yeah, we can share this out to everybody. It's fine. I don't have any super giveaway hidden secret details on here, like specific numbers on it. So the slides are absolutely okay.
Okay. Does that wrap us up, Mel?
That really wraps us up, unless Michael, do you want to add anything about future spend or with the ad budget that's shared, anything like that?
Well, I mean, other than, we are working on it right now and, excited over the growth that we've had. And as we, really approach the spring market, we're definitely looking to ramp up, wanting to, take advantage of helping us build our listing inventory going into the spring market. So, lots of good things ahead.
So that's it for our show for today. Thanks everybody for tuning in and hearing some about what we're doing with the marketing spend. And congratulations, Michael, on your new puppy.
Oh yeah.
Sleepless nights, Randall, sleepless nights.
Oh my
I saw some
gosh.
bags under those eyes.
So worth it though. So worth it.
Maybe talk to me in a couple months now.
Okay, thanks everybody. Have a great day. Have a great week, and welcome back to Business After Thanksgiving.
Have a great one.